both in July. Never thought July 5th would be our last message. July 12th, a week later, you was called to heaven. But I was at the game supporting Cam on July 7th. Had a couple missed calls from my cousin Boo. I called him back, he told me you was gone, I ain't know what to do. Called my mama, broke the news, and I heard her scream. I'm 300 miles away and it's hurting me. Her sister and her best friend, that's in the same person. God had you change your lives, you was so perfect. I pray for Boo, I pray for Tisha, and I pray for Thigh. Pray for Cam and CJ almost every night. Pray for all your grandkids and your loved ones. Even though you home, your name lives on and the love stuck. Said it never could get worse, then I caught a case. Day before Labor Day, I really should have played it safe. Dealing with a deck of cards, you gotta call a spade a spade. The devil got me fighting for my freedom in a major way. Thinking back on every lesson from the past year. Used the pain for motivation as I shed tears. But God gave me this adversity to shed light. Got my mind in overdrive, running red lights.
I know they told me to smile through the thunder and rain. It been storming every day. I ain't got no umbrella. My smile turned frown as I walk through these muddy streets barefoot. I know right from wrong. Wrong just keep calling me. Knee deep in this game, so much dirt on my name, it can't be clean. These streets like dope and I be fiending for a hit. I made friends with my demons and they overcame me. Now they controlling me. Don't even recognize the man in the mirror no more. Name a stranger more dangerous. Like a gorilla in the wild, ain't no taming this. Coming to you live from the inside of a corrupt mind. My soul been bleeding. Everything I do is a cry for help. No one can hear me. I thought I was invisible. I'm starting to think I'm invisible. My body is free to roam the world. Mind enslaved. This is hell.
I'm a Republican.
I've been a lifelong Republican.
If we don't support Ukraine, I fear China could potentially see that as a signal where they believe that they can invade their neighbors too.
If Russia was to prevail,
Nigga, turn up. Nigga, yeah. Nigga, turn up. Bitch, I'm the man. Yeah. Lie. Bitch, I'm the man. You can tell by my stance, 26 and a check in my pants. Bitch, I'm the man. P-Pod do my dance, 2-step 42 in my hand. Bitch, I'm the man. Don't try to tell me I can't, won't lose. I'm knowing that I can. Bitch, I'm the man. Don't try to ruin my plan. See the hotels up first glance. Bitch, I'm the man. In the party off a Molly, nigga turned up. He in the party getting naughty, nigga turned up. She in the party off a Molly, nigga turned up. Nigga turn up. Turn up. She in the party getting naughty, nigga turned up. He in the party off a Molly, nigga turned up. She in the party getting naughty, nigga turned up. Nigga turned up. Nigga turned up. Yeah. Walk in with a low. See my young niggas all got toast. They do the most. Ask anyone where they from. Bet 100 they don't all say the coast. Beta LA, NorCal, SoCal, proud. Going 18, dummy in the crowd. We blowing loud. Team play on the hater. Fuck next. California got now. Nigga, they'll pull up. Dumping, jumping from Richmond to Compton, Oakland to Dago. Baby, know I got say so. In the game, I don't play though. Oakland to Dago. Baby, know I got say so. She know I'm in the game, I don't play though. Oakland to Dago. Baby, know I got say so. She know I'm in the game, I don't play though. Bitch, I'm the man. Yeah. You can tell by my stance, 26 and a check in my pants. Bitch, I'm the man. P-Pod do my dance, 2-step 42 in my hand. Bitch, I'm the man. Don't try to tell me I can't, won't lose. I'm knowing that I can. Bitch, I'm the man. Don't try to ruin my plan. See the hotels up first glance. Bitch, I'm the man. In the party off a Molly, nigga turned up. He in the party getting naughty, nigga turned up. She in the party off a Molly, nigga turned up. Nigga turn up. Turn up. She in the party getting naughty, nigga turned up. He in the party off a Molly, nigga turned up. She in the party getting naughty, nigga turned up. Nigga turned up. Nigga turned up. Yeah.
Okay. I don't
Are you ready?
yeah.
We are live. We are live. Let me switch it for you.
Welcome to the Pretty Girls Don't Work podcast, okay? Welcome. So, Pretty Girls Don't Work means that we work smarter and not harder, okay? So, get over here on YouTube on the Coach Blaza page and tap in, okay? So, our special guest today is the tattoo broker.
Hello. How are you doing? I'm going to
Good.
hand
How
that to
you
you,
doing?
actually. That's your help. I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Amber?
Doing well. So, tell us who you are.
So, my name is Kobe. I am also known as a tattoo broker. I have been in finance and television. Actually, I've been in television the longest, but I've been in finance for about 8 years, and then I got into tattooing maybe like 3 years ago. So, one of those people who like to do multiple things at once to keep myself busy. Sometimes too busy, but yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Okay. So you wear a lot of hats. So tell us, like, who do you help?
Primarily business owners are the focus. And I would say dreamers, because through the television station, which is WRCX, and through, just some of the other things that I've done financially, the goal is to help people reach their goal. Right. And so there's a feeling that I get, and maybe everybody does, but I know I get it, where you find satisfaction in seeing somebody like really reach their goal and be happy and be excited. So that's probably who I help. Anybody who needs it, but most importantly, anybody that's coachable.
Coachable. Okay. Y'all hear that? You got to be coachable.
Gotta be
Don't nobody
coachable.
want to work with nobody that don't want to change.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good at all. Like, you over there fighting them to help them.
Yeah.
You ever had somebody like that?
All the time, especially in finance. I mean, you'd be shocked how many people tell me that they don't have the money because they're spending on things that they don't need. But in the same breath are not necessarily like, willing to make the changes. So it sucks, but people be stuck in their own ways a lot of times.
Dang, yeah, that's true. So speaking of finances, like you say, people buy stuff they don't need. And so a lot of times people probably don't even want to budget because they don't think they have no money.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
So here's what really happens, Amber. Most people, they get stuck in this mindset of like appeasing the scarcity. So they pay their bills, they buy food, take care of the kids, whatever, and then at the end of it, because they only have a little bit of money and they feel like they didn't get to have fun, that's when they go spend their money on something recreational. So depending on the community or the culture, you find people who turn to alcohol, they turn to weed, they turn to a lot of different things that they want to utilize to make themselves feel better about being broke. But if you add it up, right? So let's say I got plenty of clients who've done this where they're like, I only spend like $80 to $120 on a bag, and I spend another $30 to $50 on a bottle, right?
Man.
But if you add that up, we're talking about $200 a week.
Right.
Right. So at $800 a month, that you don't have because you wanted to have a good time this weekend, because you wanted to go out. So it just depends on what you really want, and most people don't have the self-discipline.
It's like he's guilt tripping us. Are y'all
Yep.
listening to this?
Sure am.
Hey, that's true though, because y'all go out and buy that stuff every week, and then you talking about you broke.
Yeah, all the time.
I can't let you borrow no money when you smoke weed. I'm sorry, cause you should have saved your money. Okay, if I know you smoke weed, don't ask me for a cent. You know what I'm saying? But have you seen Mike Epps' new special?
Not yet. I won't watch it. I'll probably watch it tonight, actually. Is it good?
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It just dropped, though, right? It had that just dropped.
It just dropped. Like, I don't even watch TV, but I was like, let me just check it out real quick.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Let me check on Netflix. Mike Epps come up. Oh, I'm for sure watching this tonight.
Yeah, he's hilarious, too.
He is hilarious. It was super relatable, though, y'all. Like, anytime you do anything, it needs to relate to somebody. It needs to relate to your target audience, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta check this out.
Oh man,
He don't miss though. He don't normally miss. So
he do not miss.
yeah, I'm expecting only good things.
Oh my gosh. Okay, because I love to laugh. You love to laugh.
Absolutely. What's your favorite Mike Epps character or movie?
Oh, well, you know, it got to be Friday. Probably won the Rancho. Shout out to Cali.
Okay, fair enough. And I do love Men Friday, but have you seen Meet the Blacks?
Yeah.
That had me in tears. He is hilarious in that too. So
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah, it's a couple little movies, but he always, like I said, he don't miss. And he's I don't want to say he's typecasted, but he's typecasted kind of in a good way. Like Mike Epps can play himself in most movies and we'd be cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Seth Rogen had that for a while. It's a couple different people who like, oh yeah, they just them. But you know, it works for him and I think that's dope because in as an actor being like, let's say like a black actor and a comedian, you know, you gonna get the Samuel L. Jacksons, you gonna get the, you know what I'm saying, certain people, the Denzels where they don't necessarily always play themselves. Mm-hmm. They might play somebody else. So, you know, that all factors in, I guess.
Yeah. Check that out, Kobe. Okay, so we're gonna hit our first clip. All right, let's get it.
And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Interesting. What made you choose Malcolm X?
So that was the 59th anniversary of his passing, and it's during Black History Month. I never knew that.
I don't think I knew that either.
Yeah, I never knew that. So shout out to Malcolm X. That was yesterday, and I just wanted to shout him out today because what's today? We still in Black History Month.
Shout out to Brother Malcolm.
Shout out to Brother Malcolm.
Right, we sure are in Black History Month. So I mean, it's interesting because I don't think I ever noticed that. I mean, you would think it would be like kind of one of those things that comes around every year,
right,
but I think there's the difference in the ideologies and how people celebrate them in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's easier for them to say, let's put up a quote, let's put up a speech, let's put up something that's Martin Luther King related, but Malcolm X, you can get a couple pictures.
Get a little something.
Yeah, you don't get much. You get like a couple memes, but they not talking too much about Malcolm X. But
yeah.
I understand why, I guess.
Yeah. Is it because he's radical?
Absolutely.
Look, I want to be radical too if y'all gonna remember me. Okay, come on YouTube. Let's get some. We got some fire in the chat. Cause y'all comment a little bit. I don't know if y'all at work. We're gonna switch the time one day, not today though. But thank you for being here.
Yeah, eventually.
But yeah. Shout out to Malcolm X, you know, for paving the way for us. However, he got it done, and we got an extra day in Black History Month this year. So shout out to that.
Hey, that's tight. It's been throwing me off though because I keep saying the 29th and I'm like, nah. But then I'm like, oh, okay, it did come around again. Does it affect any other days this year?
I don't even know, but I know somebody said they wanted me to speak to their community, and they said February 29th, and I was ready to write them back and say, what?
Trying to be funny, right?
Right, and I was like, and I checked the calendar, I was like, oh, okay, the 29th.
It's an extra day.
It's an extra day this year, so.
Still the shortest amount of days, but it's cool.
Still the shortest amount of, we still got the short end of that stick,
right.
But it's all good. We'll take what we can get,
We'll
take what we can get, okay?
I read where an ex put you out.
Oh, yeah.
So tell that story.
Yeah, that's when I was first, in my beginning stages of, really chasing my dream of comedy. And at the time, I felt like she didn't believe in my dream and my goals. I used to want her to support me so much. I thought there was going to be a woman that I was going to be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got, where I was working, I gave it to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, shoot my video.
Right.
But I felt like at the time, the money, it wasn't coming fast enough.
Right.
It wasn't there. So she went to, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. I can't do this no more, so you might have to, go do something else. So it sent me to my grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying? So I was staying with my grandma for a little minute. And at that moment.
But that happened at late at night, where that was like.
Yeah. Like.
So she put you out like 2, 3 in the morning?
Yeah. And it's crazy. Like I cried. I cried. I was crying already. Like, when you chasing something, man, you trying to make this shit work. And man, I remember this shit like yesterday, bro. Like, I was trying to talk to her. She like, boy, if you don't go to sleep. I'm like, what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, okay. And that made me cry even harder. So I just walked in the living room and I was just like, damn, shit, like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I so crazy. I used to have these crazy dreams, bro. Like, real talk. I used to have these crazy dreams while I was in like prison. Like when I was over there, I was in prison, and like the gates was open. Like the gates was open. Like come out, but I was so afraid to go out. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't see. I didn't know what was gonna happen. But God was like, well, I'm trying to give you freedom.
Right.
If you just trust me and lean out on your own understanding and just come out, you might can't see it because the sun is so, you know. But I promise you, when you step out, you gonna see. I also needed people to believe in me around me. But if nobody gonna believe me at the time, I gotta continue to believe in myself.
Right.
So I gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna go get my own space. And I made my first $900 on YouTube. Oh, it's up.
Yeah.
It's you.
You ain't look back.
Oh, you in trouble now. I'm finna stack me about 10. I stacked up for about 3 months. I got up to about $10,000. I wanna go get me an apartment. And after that, that's when it really took off. Yeah, everything went going.
What advice would you give men that's living with a woman and the woman is the breadwinner?
Man,
How do you navigate that system, Dante?
As a man, you need to find yourself first. You need to go get yours first. And then think about being with a woman. So you can make sure your confidence good.
Yeah.
And make sure you can, you know what I'm saying, be able to be the man of the house like you would want to. Because at the end of the day, I do feel like men should always be the breadwinner when it comes to stuff.
Right.
You know, you should always be the man of the house. You know, she should never have to come to you and say, boy, you need to be doing this. Boy, you need to go do some other stuff. You need to go do some investment. You know what I'm saying? Not in that type of way.
How did it make you feel that you were living with someone and she was the breadwinner?
At the time, I thought it was cool. You know, I thought she was supporting, but I think my dream didn't come fast enough. My purpose didn't come fast enough.
Right.
So I think that's what happened. You know, when a woman wants things and, you know, they're not getting it, I'm not gonna hold a woman back if she wanna go be happy with other things.
Right.
That's just, okay, it is what it is. I learned from it, boom, that's what it is. Cause you wanna go do these vacations, you wanna go, whatever it is you wanna do, man, go ahead, bro. I'm gonna be good, I promise you. I promise you I'm gonna be, and I always had that mindset, I'm gonna be straight regardless, I swear. That man up there, man, he be there every time. Every time, man. And my supporters that I got too, but they've been there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They love to see the growth of what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as I got that, I'm straight.
Right.
And I got people that around me that understand. I got a great team. Bye. These boys, they scrap too. They scrap too.
that team.
And they believe too. They want to go to the top too.
Right.
Yeah, so when you got people around you that want to go to the top with you,
y'all.
boy,
Yep.
it gets serious.
Sure am.
Producer. Yeah.
Sure am.
Is that your technical term, producer, or like what is it?
Nah, I'm gonna get a hat that has every single title that I do on it one day. I don't know where and how I'm gonna get it made, but one day. But yeah, as far as producing the Pretty Girls Don't Work podcast has been a blessing. I love what your content has been. It's also an honor to be on here. But one of the things I think is very unique about your show is you're very current, you're very positive, and you're also overall the content is very clean, and you don't find that too often anymore, where you're gonna see a lot of people who have to lean into the drama, or they have to talk a certain way or act a certain way to get the viewership. And don't get me wrong, eyes are gonna go where eyes are gonna go, but there's still some integrity behind what you're doing, and I think it's dope because it translates to television actually pretty easy. So you know that gives you a pretty open space.
Pretty open. You heard that. We're going to be on TV one day.
Hopefully
Yay.
soon.
Mama, we made it. Okay. Let's check the comments. Love this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. So what did you think about that clip? Did you get the gist of it?
I did. I mean, I
Okay.
think it's pretty interesting because there is a power dynamic that happens in any household when money is involved. Right. And so when you talk about having somebody be the breadwinner, I think that it instantly creates these stigmas where you have people who are trying to figure out, you know, what I quote unquote deserve or what my expectations are based off of what I bring to the table. And it's really crazy because like most people bring something to the table with their hand out. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, here's what I got,
Woo.
but here's what I need because of what I got. And so I think that power dynamic shifts in any relationship. It could even be like roommates. It could be siblings. It could be family. It could be a lot of things where you have people who are now like, oh, well, you didn't have it this month. And since I covered you, I shouldn't have
Wow.
to do this part. I shouldn't have to do that part.
I hate that.
Yeah, and it is
Real bad.
It is kind of a tough situation, but it's tough on both ends because honestly, I've been in both shoes where I had, you know, I've been in situations where the other person was helping out and taking care of me. I never forget. One time I even got kidnapped, low key. This is a long time ago. But one time I got kidnapped because my friend that I had met and I thought was cool, they were working, they were making good money. At the time I was pursuing more music, so I wasn't really working. I was just kind of like recording songs here and hanging out with friends and doing the best I could, making a little money here and there. But because they were working, they had a car, they had everything, they were like, oh, just come down here. Well, it was like in Middletown or whatever. And they would work so much that when they got off work, they were too tired to take me home. So I'm like,
no. Oh, no.
I gotta get home eventually. Like my mom was calling me and stuff like, you all right down there? And I ain't gonna say who the person was or what the circumstances was, but it just did not pan out well. So I've been in the other side of it where you're relying upon somebody, even just to get home, right? But
no.
I've also been on the side where you're providing. And I think that there's an aspect of giving where if you can give without reciprocity, you'll always do well. But if you're stuck waiting for something to come back, you're gonna be mad. Big mad. Dang, y'all, he got kidnapped. That is crazy. Yeah, it was in like a violent kidnapping, but it was definitely a kidnapping to say the least. It was crazy.
I'm the kidnapper.
Oh, God.
I've always had a car, so people be like, "You're kidnapping me," and not for real, y'all, but that's what they would say. I'm like, "Okay,
me today.
you with me for today, okay? You ready to roll?" I even remember one time my friend, she like, "Can you take me somewhere?" And I was like, cars don't run on friendship, girl. You can need to put some gas in here."
Yeah. People be killing me with that. Like, and I've seen people sign up for responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I'll take you to work. Like, you gonna take them every day?
Every day, there and back.
Yeah, and then that leads into like, well, when I get off, I just gotta pick my child up. Then it's like, oh, now you gotta pick. Now you the chauffeur, and because you didn't ask for the money up front.
Yeah,
you're screwed. And I'm not saying that people should always be asking for favors. Don't always got to be monetized.
Yeah,
but they do count when it costs you money to help somebody else.
Cost you to help. That's interesting. I literally took my friend to work for months, and she lived in a whole different city.
Oh yeah, you're a good
and
friend.
I had a kid too, so
you're a great friend.
Amazing friend. I don't know if I was taking my kid with me or if my kid was in daycare, but that was crazy. But okay, back to the clip. He was basically saying like somebody kicked him out. Well, not somebody. His woman kicked him out because he didn't have any money. But you'll see in a different clip that now he's like probably a millionaire based on all the assets he talks about in that clip. So that's kind of crazy. Like, I remember when I first started this journey, people would tell me being an entrepreneur is not a real job. And it was like really discouraging. And I really had to like work on my mindset to not let that affect me, because I don't care what you're talking about. Like, society gives us this mindset to where they think being an entrepreneur, which is at first, and building your business up, is not a job. It's like,
I mean, it's ironic because there's conditioning, right? So, you know, some people believe that, and there's nothing wrong with how you see it, but some people believe like, well, I got to go to school, then I got to go get a job, then I clock out at a certain time, I get these vacations off, I get this type of health care and this type of whatever care. And I think that dynamic isn't wrong, because a lot of times there's just different types of people, and we get caught up in like your goals versus mine. It is tough as an entrepreneur. Okay, it's maybe not as easy as somebody telling you be here at this time and leave at that time and just do these tasks. But in the same breath, it's something that I think all entrepreneurs have to go through. Like, him being kicked out of the house is, in a sense, his own rites of passage. Right? And we all have
that's
that.
True.
So it's like,
that's true.
We all end up in a situation where it's like, well, damn, I didn't know it could get this bad. I didn't know I could be in a position, or it's a never again mindset. You know what I'm saying? And so
that's
good.
There. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I've been there. I've had some bad situations, and the real truth is those situations are really not designed just to motivate you. They're actually designed to kind of clean house, help you understand who's really for you, who's against you, because in those moments, even some people that you might not be getting along with will show up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll be there for you. You'll be like, all right, well, I'm still mad, but I appreciate it. But you be shocked at how much the people who are in your face and say they'll help and say they want to be a part of it and ask you what you need ain't nowhere to be found in the midst of those moments. But it helps because everybody got to hit rock bottom at least once.
Gotta hit rock bottom before
Got to.
you go up to the top of
Got
the
to,
mountain.
got to.
Okay, because if you can look up, you can get up. Okay, y'all. So, yeah, that was good. You guys, Kobe is so smart. Okay, I just have to interject. He is so smart. Okay, y'all.
I try to learn.
But yeah, so something he said, I'm gonna piggyback off of that. If something's not working for you, it's working on you. So like he said, that was a rites of passage. Everything always will work out for you. So whatever happens, whether it's negative or positive, is going to push you closer to where you're actually supposed to be, right? Because some of us aren't following the path that we're supposed to follow. So Desi was clearly not supposed to be with that lady, and she kicked him out because that's what was supposed to happen, right? Okay, so this next clip is a sponsorship clip. You can also get your commercials on the Pretty Girls Don't Work podcast if you email support@coachablaza.com.
Are you ready for a tattoo show like no other? It's time to see who can tattoo or who is all cap. With host LFC's own The Tattoo Broker, PK Brown from My City Mondays, our media group at WRTX brings you the worst, while our guest host Billy shows you the best artists in the world. So get ready to be amazed, confused, and downright shocked with Tat or Cap, exclusively on WRCX TV4. Is you tatting or is you capping?
Tat or cap? Ooh wee. Period. So tell us some more about Tat or Cap.
Tat or Cap. Tat or Cap is really fun. It's something that we have come up with as a television station. Being that I work as operations manager for a TV station and I do a lot of things here, we're also producing a lot of shows. But most of those shows aren't necessarily our show, right? So Tat or Cap is a show that's coming directly from WRCX that we're producing. That's kind of unique in a sense because most tattoo shows you see are like real focused on how great the tattoos are or the technique or the style or judging or, you know, the process. And we wanted to be a little bit more lighthearted because there are a lot of people who are interested in that, but there's even more people who have tattoos and just like, I don't really care about the tattoos. I just want to have a nice tattoo. So we have a little fun. We talk about horrible tattoos. We talk about crazy tattoo experiences. We show some of the best artists in the world. And then we kind of have some, you know, jokes back and forth that makes it pretty amusing. But it is launching. It'll probably launch in the fall. We're going to do a tour this summer where we're going all these different tattoo conventions coming up to debut it and to get more interviews and talk to different artists from all over the country. So it's a lot of things coming. So look out for it. And it should be fun. We'll have to definitely have you on there as a guest.
Hey, I'm going to be on there as a guest. I got a little story. I told it on here a couple weeks ago. Go to that, I don't know if it's episode 5 or 6 to see that. I think it was actually maybe on Valentine's Day special. So check out that episode on YouTube.
Because you're tatted.
Because I am. I did a little, go watch my reel after this show on Instagram, actually on all platforms. Watch it on TikTok. I need some more interaction on there, okay? On TikTok. I posted it and it was like 5 things you don't know about me. And one of them was that I had 13 tattoos. And I'm like, dang, 13 is a lot.
And you got big tattoos. Like sometimes people say 13 and it'll be like little ones here and like the stuff behind the ear, but you got full sleeves.
Full sleeves. I need Kobe gonna help me finish them one day. Okay,
we gotta
y'all.
close them out. But
we gotta close them up, y'all. Man, what was I about to say? Oh, so his show is in the fall. Now, I'm from California, so in school, they taught us the seasons, but we never experienced them. So for at least 18 years of my life, I know what a season really was. So what month is the fall in?
The fall is more, it's technically October, but it'll probably drop at the end of September, maybe even sooner.
Okay.
We're going to put the pilot out there so people can get used to what the show will be like as we shop it around for some more sponsors. Okay. But there's a lot coming, and it is, I'll show it to you after this. You're going to be like, oh, that was too much fun. So it's a really fun show. I don't want to give too much about it out just yet, but just know the pilot will be released way before the fall, but the show itself, all episodes, We're hitting a couple major platforms, and we already have it set up for national syndication. So
Period.
it should be real solid. We just got to get everything done.
I can only imagine what's on the show already.
It's crazy.
Let me go to these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I done fell behind. So true. I've been there, shaking my head. Good friend. A 9 to 5 is a scam. Exactly. Okay. My mentor, Les Brown, he calls it the journey of the broke. So, yeah. Everything you do as a job, if you really look at it, you can learn from that. I want to be a guest on your podcast. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Most definitely. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, you can also email support@coachablaza.com. We usually work with business owners. I don't call nobody no small business. We all big business owners, Fortune 500 companies in the future, right? So if you own a business or you're starting a business or you're an entrepreneur, yes, email me to get on this show. Show looks good. I didn't know you had 13. Girl, stop coming on here. You gonna find out a lot. Don't say nothing else.
She got a lot. I didn't know either though, because it was cold when we met, so she didn't have her arms out. So it was cold that night. Really?
I can't breathe. Okay, let's hit this next clip. Oh, where is it?
Yep, click it again.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, Biden canceled $1.2 billion in debt.
For who?
For who? Okay, I'm glad. That's why Kobe is on here. He understands. Who?
For who?
I feel like it's an owl in here. It's an owl in here. Who?
Yeah, because I recently just got a letter from my student loan stuff. That ain't go nowhere.
Nowhere.
So he ain't helped me a bit.
Somebody did send me a link though, saying they did this link a few months ago and their balance is gone. So I'm gonna send you that link. Anybody else need the link? Let me know. I gotta take care of that today because I didn't even apply. They sent me weeks ago. What am I waiting on? I could have been in the 1.2 billion. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's how a lot of these things work. There's a lot of government subsidies and different things where they'll make an announcement that it's out there, but then if you don't have the special link or you don't know where to go register or you don't know who to call, then you miss out on the money and they say they already did it. And then it's like, oh, okay. And don't get me wrong, certain areas and audiences and people are targeted so that they know how to do it, whereas other ones are just informed about it because everyone has to be informed.
Yeah.
So it's all about that follow-up.
We're going to get these loans waived, y'all, okay? I'm not really stressed out about them because off the record, I'm never going to pay them. I'm not going to pay them.
I will go back to school.
If you're watching this, that's tough. Thank you, Dontel. If you're watching this, IRS, or who is it? Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or
Freddie Mac, all of
your mama and them, just know we ain't paying, okay?
Use my last address.
Ooh, I'm so weak. Ooh, that was funny. Okay, so I got a shout out. My coach Stormy, she is coming to Columbus, Ohio, March 2nd, 10 a.m. Okay, Total Life Changes. We are having a Candy Cleanse event. It is the Candy Cleanse Tour. So Columbus, Ohio, March 2nd, 10 a.m. Make sure you be there or be square, especially if you live in Dayton, Columbus, or Cincinnati. Okay, we're going to be telling you about some very good Candy Cleanse drinks and just how to change your life, because Total Life Changes is one of the reasons why I'm where I am today. It was the vehicle that got me to my own business. Their website was the very first website that I had. Okay. So I want y'all to come and see what we are teaching. And just remember, if you have heard anything about the company, whether it's multi-level marketing, network marketing, we told y'all who the real scammers were, the companies that want you to work for them for 40 years. You're broke at the end of it. And when you retire, right, you ain't got no money. So what did you put all them years in for, right? So that's the real scam. So come on, see how I got to where I'm at. March 2nd, Columbus, Ohio, okay?
Yeah, I've been hearing about the Candy Cleanse event. Actually, somebody who I don't even know if you know them. I was telling them about you as far as what you do. Yeah. And they were telling me they were going. I was like, oh, that's what's up. Like,
period.
I didn't know about it. So it's definitely spreading. So y'all might want to make sure y'all get involved because it's out here.
Yeah, the seats are limited. Okay. Because my coach is a multi-millionaire. I actually have a few coaches that are multi-millionaires. So if you want to rub shoulders with some people that already got what you want, that's what I would suggest. Let's see the comments. Same here. TLC, let's go, Coach Stormy. The candy cleanse is fire. If you have problems going doo-doo, candy cleanse is for you. Okay?
I recently heard a story about a little kid drinking some candy cleanse because they thought it was juice. Yeah, it was.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't know the kid personally, so I can't really say what the whole story was. But I just know the candy cleanse work, y'all.
It work, y'all.
It don't play. It ain't for kids.
And it ain't.
It ain't for plane rides, car rides. It's not for traveling. It's
not for a lot of stuff. I remember I was going to, I think maybe Atlanta, and I had just drank the watermelon tea when Total Life Changes brought that out at Tenise's tea party. Shout out my girl, Tenise.
Yeah, shout out to Tenise.
The real Tenise Williams. And so the day after drinking it, I was like, oh, this new flavor don't work. It don't work. I'm on the plane fighting for my life.
For your life. For your life.
Fighting for my life.
Imagine. That had to been horrible.
Bro, I told the
horrible.
flight attendant, I said, I got to go to the bathroom. She said, you got to wait till we get in the air. I said, bro.
I said, I can't make it.
The plane was like this. And I said, girl, I got to go to the bathroom, okay?
Said 10,000 feet.
Girl, 10,000 feet. It was about 8,500. And the toilet paper, you make the little toilet paper seat. It was falling off because the plane was like this. I said, what am I going to do, Lord? Do I got to sit on it? Ah!
You had to get done what you had to get done. But yeah, that candy cleanse ain't no joke. And it's misleading because it's good.
It's delicious.
It's like a little Jolly Rancher.
It's like a Jolly Rancher. I love what Coach Stormy is doing with that brand. She literally built that brand out in like 7 days.
Yeah, she did a wonderful job because that stuff works. I mean, but that's the thing about truth, right? If it's real and it works, selling it isn't the hard part. Branding it is what is the hard part because it'll go, but you got to draw the eyes. You got to get the people's attention. And,
yep.
I mean, one thing about it is you're gonna get some testimonies out of candy cleanse. Some things ain't hard to sell. When they work, they work.
I was on a live like a couple months ago with like some person. What was her name? I don't know, but I went to Tenise's house after this live. But I had drank a whole bottle of candy cleanse on this live, and when I was in the bathroom at Tenise's house for 45 minutes.
Yeah, that stuff dangerous.
It's
I told people
dangerous.
They can't drink it when they get a tattoo.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, you gotta wait. Take it home with you or drink it on your way home.
Yeah, you gotta tell Tenise that because she's gonna drink it every day. I can't even like. Okay, let me move on, y'all. I know it's probably TMI. Let me see the chat. We got some toilet seat emojis. We got some laughing faces. Stomach bubbling. Stomach be bubbling, girl. What?
On the airplane, though.
X-Lax still out there, right? Call it what you want.
Not for long. X-Lax about to be out the game.
Hey, it's about to be out the game with the candy cleanse because that's the thing about the brand. If you build your brand strong enough, you can replace some people that have been here for a minute. I haven't never used X-Lax. So the candy cleanse is about to be, the only cleanse that you need. But for this comment, shout out to the Call It What You Want podcast. I used to watch their podcast. I mean, I still do on YouTube before I started this. And so they gave me a bunch of tips and I just watched them lead by example before I started mine. So shout out my nigga Gucci. Okay. And we will be collabing with the Call It What You Want podcast very soon. Okay. Somebody said prune juice. Look, it'll all tear you up.
I'll get you, but it ain't no. All the stuff y'all mentioning don't taste like candy cleanse.
It don't taste good. That's the thing.
That's the difference.
Yeah, it gotta taste good. This tastes like juice.
You will mess around and drink this stuff on accident. Don't let somebody not tell you. You have to have a disclaimer, low key.
Yeah, you low key do need a disclaimer like don't drink this before you go to work.
Yeah,
don't drink this before the flights. But okay, let's hit this next clip. Let's get it. Okay, so do you know him?
Yeah, Kai.
Okay, you're big on TikTok.
I've been seeing him. He's everywhere. Famous.
He's everywhere. But where did he start? Like, tell us his story real quick.
I don't know his whole story, but what I do know is that it seemed like he started off on YouTube. And from what I've seen, it seems like it's primarily like it started off as like reaction videos, but his collaborations between people, and I watched someone else who got famous off of him by tagging him.
Who? That guy?
The other dude. What was
the one
his
from
name?
the podcast like a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, I just was tagging him in it until
that's what I need to
eventually-
start doing. I said that weeks ago.
It's crazy how that works, but you know, that's the one thing about fame. Like,
yeah,
adjacent to it is also famous.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you also got to know what you're famous for. I haven't seen anything outside of entertainment. And if you saw my For You page, it's like random stuff, but it's normally about something educational, something that I'm learning. So some stuff would just be funny, and I'm with that too, but I would prefer to have more educational stuff coming through so I can learn something instead of being like, okay, I can't watch this dude laugh at other people's stuff for so long.
I cannot watch that at all.
Yeah, I can't watch reaction videos.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch no reaction video, but I'm finna react to Kai Cenat's videos because he done had Nicki Minaj on his show. Who else?
Everybody.
Blueface, what's her name?
Krishan.
Krishan. He's had a little bit of everybody on his show, but I don't know how long ago he started, but I know it hasn't been that long. And now he's on the Complex cover. So life is really what you make it. If you focus on negative people, negative situations, that's what you're going to keep getting. But if you focus on changing, make the decision to change today, you can get somewhere very fast in this society.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all inner. It starts with the inside. And I mean, that's in anything though. That's in sports, that's in business, that's in life, that's in relationships, that's in whatever you decide. If you really start with you probably can get the outcome you're looking for.
Exactly. Okay. And we're going to need a quote of the day. So I'm going to let Kobe pick it. Do you got it off the top or you going to think about it?
I got one I think that I could use.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right.
This is the Beyonce commercial?
Yeah, Beyonce.
I had a whole conversation about this with my son's dentist.
Yeah.
Like 2 days ago.
Why can't you be true?
Oh. Don't gotta be. You know you made
confused.
it when everybody knows ya.
He was confused.
Oh man, that's funny. Okay, now we know why he knows. Period. Man, Act 2, okay, 329. So what you think about Beyonce having a country album?
So I think it's great. I think it shows her versatility, and I think that it's probably somewhat overdue. I think Beyonce has the level of celebrity where she can basically do whatever she wants. And so to see her now go in and show those other elements of her interests and passions, she could have got that off a long time ago, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's going, like I said, I was talking to my son's dentist, which great guy, does amazing work. He's the fastest dentist I've ever seen. When we go in there, I kid you not, he's gotten fillings and things done and in and out within 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah, he don't play. So, and I love his office is like inside of a house, so it's kind of smaller, intimate, but nonetheless, he's still one of those guys who tries to bring up in conversation things that are related to black culture so that he can feel more hip and he can find a connecting point. Nothing about it is negative. Okay, so I don't want to make it sound like he's doing something he should be doing. I get why he's doing it. I'm halfway paying attention most of the time. But he brought up Beyonce and he was like, yeah, just she heard she has a country album and she's making country now, and is it gonna sound like, you know, Taylor Swift's music? And I was like, no, I've heard it and people are eating it up. I was like, but it's genuine country, but she has the roots for that. She's from Texas. So, you know, when he went off and he came back and like, I listened to it and it really is country. I thought it was going to be like, you know, some type of twangy stuff, but I'm like, nah, but I think it's dope. I like country myself too though. So what do you feel?
I might like country after this myself too.
You don't like country before this?
I listen to like alternative, so like Linkin Park and but yeah, actually, okay, so it's like a station in Ohio, 103.9. Is that country?
I would have to listen to it.
Okay, but I think it is. And so I keep that station on actually in my car.
Because it's like certain songs you be feeling?
No, because the kids can listen to it 9 times out of 10. So I'll just put that station on and don't worry about
what's being said.
Yeah, like I don't want to play nothing secular for them. You know, like cussing. I take everything very serious that I do.
No, I mean, I get that. And that makes perfect sense. But I mean, ain't nothing wrong with country. You're right. You're going to get a lot less stronger topics. There's some amazing country singers. Have you ever heard of Chuck Berry?
I've heard the name, but I don't.
Okay, so I'll tell you this quick story on Chuck Berry, which I think is interesting because really she should pay some homage to him. So Chuck Berry was like before Elvis, right? Sound, I'm not gonna say look, but sound, the songs he was putting out, he was huge. Here's the irony of it: humongous in radio. Would have been the top country star there was. Okay, even probably bigger than Johnny Cash. What ruined Chuck Berry's career? What do you think ruined it?
Well, there could be an assortment: alcohol,
Nope.
smoking, women.
Nope. Television.
Television? What?
Chuck Berry's black.
Oh.
And when they saw him, which he went from a voice on the radio, because this is in like the 50s, 60s area. When he went from a voice on the radio to a face on television, they completely backed off of him. All his fans, everything. Because he had a primarily white audience in a time period where that wasn't popular to see those type of people on television. What? But we're talking about mega star up until being seen.
What?
That's interesting, ain't it? Hey, Black History facts.
Black History facts. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you never even heard of him.
No, I never heard that, and that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And sure enough, it was like you can look it up. It'll show his debut, and you'll be like, you'll probably have known some of his songs. They're classic country songs, but would have never known. But I think the also thing is you have to understand that country culture is absolutely an African American thing too.
Yeah.
Like cowboys, we were talking about that. The Cowboys versus cowhands. You know what that is? No. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a little class today, Amber. All right. Okay. So we know Cowboys is what?
Right.
Cowboys got the hat.
They got the hat. They got the boots. Okay.
Okay. Original Cowboys were only black men. If you were a white man and you did the same thing that we would call cowboy, you were a cowhand.
Hand. Okay.
Cowboy was the derogatory term.
Wow.
Right. But culturally, we know how to make stuff cool.
We do.
Right. And so now there's a football team named after what used to be a derogatory term for African American Westerners who tended to horse and stuff. But technically that comes from us. All that stuff. Isn't that crazy?
We're the best.
Yeah, it goes back. And we like, country music, But in all actuality, we have a history in it.
Now I need a pink cowboy hat.
Yep. Have you been to Texas?
I think just for layovers. I don't know if I've actually been. Have I?
Oh my goodness.
I've been a lot of places. I don't remember.
Houston is amazing. Houston is amazing.
I want to visit. I also want to go to TD Jakes Church in
it's empty now.
Texas. It's not empty. I watch it online. Is it empty?
Them AI.
Hold on, wait. Let's go. We got to rewind real quick because
I seen a clip right after that stuff came out, and it was like
it was just that day.
5 people.
Sarah be preaching. I love Sarah Jakes too.
No, Sarah cool.
Yeah, I do her journal every day. I don't know. I be thinking about your boy, and if we ain't gonna go into him, but
I was heartbroken. I've listened to so many TD Jakes audios.
Is there actually is there proof?
Here's the thing about proof when it comes to celebrities. I'm sure that there is. Will we ever see it? Probably not.
So how could we know we ain't seen it? What y'all think about TD Jakes? In the chat.
I think it's guilt by association.
Ooh,
I mean, you can't be too.
You can't be cool with people that you know are on some other stuff, right?
You can't, and especially in certain
it's
positions.
on him that he fell into this, whether he did it or not. But
it's the equivalent of having our president hang with somebody that's like considered to be a terrorist.
Yeah.
Then what? You know what I'm saying? Do we be like, oh no, he probably just was over there with him. Like it probably wasn't nothing serious. He ain't plotting. He ain't up to that. There's no way we would even. It's also the position. Like you just can't do that.
Kobe is so funny. Okay.
You can't. You can't do it. You can't look at it that way.
Hold on, wait. You're cracking me up. I gotta tell y'all real quick what he just said about Chuck Berry and how his television appearances ruined his career because they thought that he possibly could be Caucasian, right? That made me think about the Dave Chappelle show, the KKK, when he was actually like black. And then he had all them supporters. What if Dave Chappelle got the idea from this? That would be interesting.
He might have. But have you ever seen the Black Klansman?
Yes, I love that movie.
Right. So same scenario. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. Because that's the one thing about voices. They're more based in your nationality than even sometimes your culture or your race. Because I done heard people, I've had clients where I was looking at them and I was listening to them and I just was like, wow, that's not the voice I would have imagined to come out of you. Right. And not to say that in a good way, bad way, or I had an expectation, it just didn't necessarily match. So I can see how you can get it off, especially if you intended to, because in the Black Klansman, he was definitely intending to sound a certain way.
I'm so weak. Okay,
if you haven't seen that movie, watch it for Black History Month.
Watch it. Let's check the comments. Call it what you want podcast. Shout out to you, Coach. Much love. Yes, salute. Danny Milan said, awesome. Call It What You Want podcast said Kai Cenat started in 2021 and it's 2024 barely. So he's been doing this for 2 years. I have been doing this for 5 years and he has definitely surpassed me. So I said what I said about that one. He is doing his thing. Danny Milan said, do you think some people, especially if they've been in the industry for a while, will attempt everything to keep up with those whom at hot now because some things reach and seem forced?
I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, you got to stay current. That's everybody, right? But then in the same breath, the thing that I don't see made anymore that I would say a lot of the artists and musicians and different people from different time period is they don't try to make things timeless anymore.
Yeah.
So we don't get timeless songs. We don't get timeless music. We get things that are so current because we want to be so trendy that it actually dates itself, right? Like even the verbiage, like you go back to an old song from some 70s and 60s, the words and the stuff still make sense. They didn't have to use any type of slang terminology for you to be like, what was they talking about back then?
Yeah.
But today, from year to year, they could use some type of terminology where you'd be like, oh, I don't even know what that means. I mean, think about it. We wasn't saying standing on business that long ago.
Who started that?
That's new. But I'm saying, and by next year, it'll be something else. And the year after that, it'll be something else. So now if I have somewhere that says I'm standing on business, do I look like I'm dated? Do I look like I'm out of touch? Right? Because being trendy will keep you out of touch. And so therefore, being timeless is the goal. Everything that you make should be timeless. It shouldn't be stuck in a spot where it can only exist.
That is good.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this down. Fly.
Okay, so Call It What You Want podcast said you have to watch Cadillac Records. Okay, I think I've seen that, but I definitely will. In a long time, but that's a good movie watch it again. So let's see. What's the quote of the day? Give me that.
Hard work beats talent when talent's not working hard.
Period.
That's a quote that I have actually in my office. It's a quote that I heard for many years while I was in finance. And it speaks to me personally because I've always been the type of person where like I consider myself the rabbit in the tortoise race. Okay, I might have had the skills, might have had the drive, might have had the abilities and capabilities to get something done in a very fast way. But because I'm looking at the circumstance, the timeline, or maybe even the competition as the tortoise, I'm kind of like procrastinating or like waiting to the last second to get it all done because I know I can pull it off. And so, you know, the real truth is I've won a lot of races at the last second, but in the same breath, I woke up and the race was over a few times too. So you gotta know where you stand. And that always was a reminder to me because my mentor at the time hated the idea that I would go and be like, all right, well, I'm your top leader in the office, but I'm not really gonna do shit till the last 3 days in a month. And then I'll kill everybody. And he'll be like, I hate it. Why you gotta wait till the end of the month to do this when that doesn't make any sense. The whole month. And so it ate him alive. And he would always say, you might be more talented than everybody. And his whole thing was he wasn't looking for talented people. He was looking for people who knew how to run the play. Just do what I'm telling you
Yeah.
to do, and you could be successful. So he just needed someone who was going to work hard, not necessarily be talented. And I understand that to a certain regard, that it's actually easier sometimes taking someone who has a 9-to-5 mentality and converting them into an entrepreneur, as long as the instructions are as simple as they were at their job. Right? It's when you got to make up the rule book, make up the instructions,
Right.
make up the book, find the paper,
Boy.
print it out, type it up. All
Yeah.
that loses the track of like, I didn't get to follow the instructions on how to build my business because I was too busy making them. And so that part really holds people up a lot of times. So I know I'm one of them, honestly.
I know I'm 2 of them. Okay, so listen, we did a poll, and I said, do you like country music? And we got 4 votes, and 100% was yes. So I guess y'all tapping into Beyonce, huh?
Country music been around.
Or maybe me, Kobe, and I will start a country album.
I'm about to
after
start
this.
sending her a country song a day because she's not hip and she's going to be hip.
Send me a country song a day,
It's
please.
some fire artists out there too.
Eee.
Some unbelievable artists of all types of races and backgrounds. You'd be shocked.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna check it out. Kobe gonna get me right. So, let's see. Call It What You Want podcast said Drewski started. Hold on, that just got me. Started standing on business.
I'm not even surprised. I'm
Not even surprised.
Not even close to
Because
surprised.
his show, the clips I see of it is hilarious.
Yeah, that was a clever way to do that. I mean, he's unfortunately, that's what I said. It all depends upon the path you take, right? He's unfortunately disliked by a lot of people. I done seen people coming for him a few times, and I done seen him running a few times. But you know, I think that's part of the what makes him viral.
Yeah.
There's an authenticity whether you're doing something wrong or right. Mm-hmm. And so that's what people like.
Definitely got to be the real you in your content and whatever you do, because there's a lady trending on TikTok right now for telling us who she married and she didn't know, nothing about them or whatever. And she's at 1.7 million followers just for telling her story in like 50 parts, right? Somebody actually said you can't elevate and spend time in your business, but you can watch 50 parts of her story.
Yeah.
But she blew up quick.
I haven't, you know what's so crazy? I seen somebody just say to me like, oh, look, you can do parts there, part 58. And I was like, part 58? Golly, I ain't seen none of them, but I've seen that. So
yeah, somebody told me to do that too.
That's nuts. But when you think about the fact that having somebody be able to take you just from your own personal story and being out there, that's what I think half of people are scared of. Being exposed and having their real story out there, and then the other half are making it up. So where do we fall?
Where we fall at? We the real ones, right? So let's see the chat. Babs Boxing said, yep, holds me up too. Country music is pretty real life songs. Yep, they definitely have some substance in them. Okay, so let's hit this clip.
So when I saw Ludacris on TV, that was the first college experience that I saw. I'm like, oh, I'm going there. I didn't know nothing about CAU. I didn't know nothing about college, but I knew that if the experiences looked like that, then I wanted to be a part of those experiences. Working for the Maury Show was my big break moment. And it was my big break moment because I got to meet people from around the world who were all going through things. People ask me all the time, like, why Slutty Vegan? Why restaurants? Why food? I didn't go to culinary school. I didn't graduate from Le Cordon Bleu. Okay, like I'm a pinch artist. Okay, like a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. But I realized that food is energy. Food brings people together. So if I can use food as the vessel to bring people together, then if you call me a chef, I don't care. Pinky Cole Foundation also made sure that the debt of 30 college students was paid. That's what the Pinky Cole Foundation did. So when you talk about doing the work, put my money where my mouth is. It is my responsibility as a woman, as an individual, as a mother, as a black woman, to be the example for my children so they ain't got to go out to search for somebody to look up to.
Yeah, I went to Roscoe's last week.
But you get what I'm saying though. Like if you're not in the area, you're not gonna go to Roscoe's.
Yeah.
So I've been to the Slutty Vegan. It is pretty good. It's kind of shocking because I'm not necessarily a vegan. I don't have anything against them, but that's not necessarily my thing. And their food was good and everything is vegan. Now it's kind of weird because all their you're talking about playing music for your kids. Don't take your kids in there, okay? Because
no.
all their items are named very
Slutty,
vulgar
slutty.
words. They do make sure they figure out where you're from when you come in, so they shout out where you're from and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool.
Okay.
And the setup is really nice. It's just different, but it's dope to see these stories. And I really applaud your show for this because, you know, I didn't know the story about the ring guy. So you showed it, right?
Yes.
And then, you know, to see her story, the backstory this way, I just knew it as like, oh yeah, there's this place and it's called the Slutty Vegan and it's in Atlanta. You go check it out. So I patron it, so to know the backstory, I didn't know she was on Maury. That's pretty dope.
I didn't know she was on Maury, but everybody's got to start somewhere, right? That is a pretty high start. But she went from working at somebody's job to having her own business, right? That's the point. We got to elevate. Y'all got to elevate today. So stop working them 40 hours a week. Got to wait every 2 weeks to get paid and all of that. You like... ain't got no gas in your car. You worried about the gas prices. I can tell you, I don't know the gas price because if I have to do something, I'm not going to let it stress me out. Okay?
Yeah, I got to pay for it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, is get more out of your job than money.
Exactly.
Because that's where most people go wrong. They just try there for a check. You better learn how to get some. I teach my kids right now that they're not in school just to learn what the teacher is saying. They're in school to learn how the teacher is controlling the room, how the students are acting, which ones are disruptive, and how that affects everyone else, what types of things are disruptive, or how the authority works with stuff. Why do they give y'all breaks? What happens when y'all come back from breaks? Because as much as it's ironic, because the entrepreneur is telling people in most cases to get out of the 9 to 5, but the entrepreneur needs to hire people to work for them from 9 to 5. So,
who wants a job? I'm handing out jobs right now.
We gotta have workers.
Get on my team. I thought about that.
It's a catch-22, but the reality is everybody's not an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I know somebody who I tried to hire in the finance industry who was working at Wendy's, and they told me how much they hated it. And back in the day, we used to always do financial appointments where we met you at your house. It was personal. That's kind of how insurance was sold for years. So, you know, they come to you, you sit down and tell you all the things. If you have any information you need, it's normally there. And this lady didn't have all her things together, especially not the house itself. But
oh no.
And it was like, okay, I can visually see that you're struggling. You say you hate your job.
Yeah.
Do you want to do something else? Well, I don't know. I don't think I can leave Walmart. I'm not Walmart. Wendy's. And so it's like, okay, well, no big deal. If that's what you can't do, I understand. This is your steady paycheck. But it's been years, and that person is still there. And for a while, I used to go through the drive-thru like, psh, stupid, you know. But in the same breath, you're still at the job you hate, probably still living in the house you hate.
Yeah.
It dawned on me like, no, but I needed somebody to hand me my food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't have everybody be out here trying to start their own business because, one, majority of business owners don't get off the ground.
Yeah.
I got a lot of sad and depressed people who feel some type of way. I'd rather people just, you know, some of them go work. It's cool.
Some people gotta make it do what it do.
Wendy's is always hiring.
Look, and we're hiring too here at Culture Plaza and Pink Collar Brands. Something you just said though, about his kids watching the teacher and how they control the room. So the first time I got a coach was in 2021. So that was 2 years after I got started, and I've skyrocketed since then. I just have to enter that inside of there. But I didn't just listen to what they taught me. I watched everything they did. And that's how I even succeeded faster, excel faster. Like, you have to watch what people are doing. I tell my students now, I'm like, watch my content because it's going up. Okay, do everything I tell you to do, right? And it's gonna be good. So, can you give us like a career tip or advice?
Career tip I would honestly give anybody, no matter what your interests are, no matter what your career is, you gotta focus on self-development. You have to make you better, faster, stronger. There's a lot of books out there that you can read. There's a lot of podcasts you can listen to. There's a lot of information you can take in. But the real truth is your diet is more than what you eat. So you have to incorporate the things you need to learn and strengthen your weaknesses, right? My family has owned television business for years. They've owned a car dealership for years. My uncle was actually the first black man in the history of the world to own a Mercedes-Benz dealership.
What?
And that's here in Dayton. And so that lineage of people and understanding what they knew and how they know how to do it and how they knew how to stay in business was important. But it doesn't mean that you don't still have weaknesses. Doesn't mean that you don't have things that you may not understand. So one of the reasons why I even got into finance was, for one, personal finance, but two, it was like, oh, okay, this is a component that I don't know how to do. This is a component where I could get better at and use these skills. I actually have a friend of mine who is an attorney, and we were like talking to her recently, me and my father, and we're like, well, we can blow you up and we can do this and do that, and you could be, you know, the top attorney in the city. And they're like, well, I kind of don't want to do that. I want to do something different. And we're like, well, you passed the bar and everything. Why would you want to do something different? Well, the truth of the matter is she felt like I just wanted to be the attorney in the room. When somebody says, okay, cool, let's get some paperwork drawn up, we'll get our attorney, she can be like, I am one. And that's kind of how I felt about the finance. I wanted to be the person in the room where when you want to talk money, you want to talk finance, I'm actually the licensed individual that you can talk to. I can actually get you set up with the things you say you need, and not just put you in this position of like, here goes some things you could have found online. Here goes some stuff that you could, you know, look up. And don't get me wrong, whenever you're educating yourself, vet your source. Vet your source. Because there are a lot of people who regurgitate information for the sake of doing it and not for the sake of helping. And if they're not having your best interest at heart, then they can't be a good mentor. They can't be a good coach for you. If it costs you more money to get more advice from one individual, then you got to understand their goal and your goal are not the same. And it's okay to be transactional with certain things, but it ain't the same. If they want to charge you because they want to tell you what to do or for the keys to the gate, when you know that that's naturally not who you are, then there's somebody out here who will give you the keys.
Yep.
Right? Yep. As a financial advisor, do what you can afford. Don't do what you can't.
Do what you can afford. Don't be out here stunting is what he said.
Yeah,
okay?
stunt.
That's a tip. Let's check the chat. Call It What You Want podcast. That's crazy. Didn't know she worked in production before Slutty Vegan. Neither did we. They also said Roscoe's is dangerous now. I didn't go to that one. I double checked. Okay. I went to my favorite one. It's by the freeway. Y'all should know which one that is. But yeah, because was it P&B Rock that got shot in front of Roscoe's? So. Yeah. That's so sad. Like, Okay, so let's hit this clip.
You've been buying land lately. How many properties have you purchased, and what's the meaning behind that?
It's been about 12. I'm on like my 12th house.
Okay.
My 12th house now.
See?
But I always said that
that's what it takes, though.
I've learned that you know when it comes to income, I wanted to put it somewhere in where it can grow. You know, instead of just be out here splurging and stuff like that. I think investments is really big, and I feel like real estate, buying land and stuff like that, it's one of the best investments in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's especially in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, for sure.
People moving there crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any income, man, I feel like real estate it's been good, man.
What's your biggest purchase outside of real estate?
My biggest purchase outside of real estate, I own two 18-wheeler trucks too.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that too.
So you have do you have a trucking company or just you trying to build a trucking service?
Yeah, Daisy Bank Trucking LLC.
Yeah,
I got that too.
What you haul?
Well, I'm invested with FedEx.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm connected with them. So I got them on the road. I got about 4 drivers now. They switch out. But yeah, that's another investment that I got as well. That's been doing pretty good for me. But I would say other crazy purchases too. Of course, jewelry. Jewelry is a thing that, you know. But now, I can get me a nice little watch and just wear me a nice little chain and shine a little bit.
Yeah, you seem really simplistic when it comes to jewelry.
Yeah, I'm cool. I ain't got to come in with that big chain on.
Right.
You feel me? I can do it. And I may do it sometimes. I'll pop out to the club and shine a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, my boy say put on all of them. I may put on 2 on.
2 of them.
And I may put that real bust down on. Yeah. And I have to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
Cause boy, when it shine, it shine.
That thing glisten.
And boy, them girls look at you too.
You seem very, very frugal with your money, very wise, but everybody's made a dumb purchase.
Oh, for sure.
What was your dumb purchase?
My dumb purchase? I ain't gonna say it's dumb, but I got a Porsche so crazy.
ain't done what.
What Kobe
Boy, I had to
say,
get
y'all?
that
Don't
motherfucker. I
spend
swear
your
to God.
money on that.
That Porsche.
What you got,
911
Or
turbo.
buy none that depreciates.
I had to get that.
Wow. So, okay, like we told y'all, he glowed up. Okay.
He definitely did. He definitely did. I mean, buying real estate and putting the money back into passive income, putting your money back into places where it makes and works for you.
Yep.
That's always a win. I think that real estate is a great investment. I think that, you know, there's other types of investments out there too, like securities and long-term stuff or things for retirement, things for your kids. And I'm sure he's probably taking care of that as well. But the real estate is important because, especially just land itself, even if there's nothing on it, because there's taxes, but there's not a lot of upkeep. You know, sometimes when you have like houses, you got tenants, and there can be some stress on that. But the real truth is, land is going to be good, and it hasn't gone down. You haven't heard about like, oh, well, the price of these houses has dropped down tremendously. I can get a house for nothing. That ain't happening. And when it does, it's in an area you don't want to buy the house. So, you know, that's kind of the trade off there. But I think it's pretty dope that he's doing that with his money, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Now the jewelry, I never really been a big jewelry person. I did at one point, but I never really felt like it was a practical choice, because I do too much stuff to wear jewelry all the time. So it's
yeah. So listen to Desi, y'all. He had a little something like, don't be diamonds on you dancing and you ain't got no money or you don't got no real estate, right? But one day I am going to get a Culture Plaza chain, okay? But I have a tip today, and this is about brand story and storytelling. And so one of the things I noticed in Mike Epps' comedy special was that he borrowed somebody else's credibility or saying from their movie. It was actually the movie Saw, to build credibility in his special. Like when you use other people's stories or other people's anecdotes, like it helps your brand as well, gives you credibility. So in the thing, he said, "Let the games begin." And then I'm like, I instantly knew that was from Saw. And so you want your brand to be recognizable like that as well. And then I'm also gonna give y'all a quick, because this is my show, so I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do on here. So y'all know yesterday I had my coaching call with Les Brown, and he teaches us how to do acronyms. So I'm gonna tell y'all mine. And if you want to be a speaker or you're a business owner and needs to learn how to speak, just take note on this, okay? So this is my notes. My name is Amber, but it also stands for okay, hold on. I done messed up already. You heard that, Kobe?
It starts with
all right.
It's all right. Just know you start with A.
My name is Amber, but it also stands for A, action. Take action for what you believe in. Action, lights, camera, action, because your life is a movie and it's what you make it. M, motivated. You have to be motivated when Murphy Law shows up. What is Murphy Law? Anything that can happen will happen. And sometime Murphy Law says, let me grab some coffee and stay for a while. B, belief. Do you believe in yourself? You have to believe in yourself that you can be better, that you can do better. E is for eat. Like my mentor Les Brown says, you've got to be hungry. You have to be tired of being tired and ready to take the next step to exceed in life, excel in life. Have y'all ever been there? Put it in the chat, okay? And R, remember that you can, you will, and you must be demanding. Okay, you can because you're capable, you will because you're strong, and you must because they counting on you. Okay, do y'all like my acronym? Drop some fire if y'all like that.
That was dope. I'm like trying to think of mine for my name. I'm like, man, what am I gonna do for a Y and all this other stuff? But you got some good letters in there.
What's the Y? The Y is gonna be you.
Yep.
Okay, be you. Be your authentic self, right? So I wanted to give that to y'all. Y'all know I never gatekeep. I always want to teach y'all while I'm learning it. Okay, you ain't even got to watch me too hard. I'm gonna teach you exactly what I know, because everything in this world is made up. Even the chairs we sitting in, only thing that's real is God and humans, which is us. And so never gatekeep, never hold your other person down, never be a crabs in a barrel. I'm gonna tell y'all every single step, everything I'm doing, because we all can succeed together, right? So I think we have another clip.
Click it one more time. There you go.
Okay, so what y'all think about this? We should do like the battle of the sexes on this question. So men, what y'all think? Ladies, what y'all think? Ask it more than once. It's too close to begging. Why we gotta ask y'all more than once?
I don't know. I feel like I feel like personally asking more than once. It depends on who asking. Let me start there. Because if my kids is asking more than once, it drives me insane. Like my daughter is the worst for this, and recently she just went on a little date or whatever, her first little date, and so it was like, are you gonna be here at this time? Are you gonna be here to pick me up? Hey, remember it's tomorrow. Are you gonna? And I'm like, yo, stop asking me about this. Now, as far as my spouse, I kind of feel like you learn your spouse, right? So whether like I'm asking too much or I'm asking too little. I'm one of those people though that I don't mind it so much because I forget. And so a lot of asking me a few times is just you reminding me. It's not even about me like trying to ignore you or you say I'll get around to it when I get around to it. Sometimes it's like, the answer is yes, but ask me again in like 30 minutes because I know I'm not paying you any attention right now. So I have to do that. But I mean, it can be annoying depending on the person. Honestly, what's your perspective?
My perspective is, I'm a pretty girl, it's like if I gotta ask somebody to do something more than once, I feel like it's begging. I don't ask anybody for anything really because I just handle everything on my own. So if I'm asking you, like, I really need you to do it, it's like when you ask men for help with something, like they take their time with everything. Like they not on your time, they on their time.
Okay. I get that. I get that. But in the same breath, I feel like there's time that's not being accounted for. Mm-hmm. There's unaccounted for time. Okay. So let's frame something up there. Let's say like you go to work, do your whole job. Yeah. And if you're in my position, that's more like a 12-hour shift. And then when you're done, you go home and you're like, okay, refuge, peace of mind.
Here they go.
And the first thing out the door. And it's a weird, I think, here's the real truth for the ladies out here. Timing is everything.
Okay.
Okay. Asking at the wrong time will definitely not get you the results you're looking for.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact that like the question in my personal experience, the question has never been bad. It's never like, oh, why are you asking for that? But at the time you asking is the craziest thing. Like, oh, okay, I'm just now about to lay down and relax, and you're gonna ask me, did I do something, or when will this be addressed? And you're like, damn, when I finally try to chill, okay, let me go ahead and get on it now. So that's where I think a lot of the men are coming from, because it's like, all right. Whatever.
Do they have the same brain? If something is not sitting right with me, listen, let's look at the comments. Name acronym is FIRE. Thank you. Call It What You Want podcast said kids gon' beg.
Kids gon' beg.
Babs Boxing said he's a man. They forget. LOL. Babs Boxing said here they go. Okay, y'all ever seen that Batman movie where he be like, here we go? Was it the Joker that said that?
Yeah.
Babs Boxing said ain't no wrong time for moms. It's all the time for us. That's what we want y'all to know, okay? So be on the lookout for the real Battle of the Sexes. We're going to be hosting that with Call It What You Want podcast in the near future, probably next week. Call It What You Want podcast said he not missing. Don't ask me for nothing when the Laker game on.
It's a timing thing. It's a timing thing. You can't just drop a question in the middle. And all right, there's the real truth. I believe as a man, I feel like it's intentional. I don't think that it's like, I feel like because of the timing, you chose to drop that line right then and there. Like, oh, okay. Like, and maybe I'm being petty, but in the same breath, it be stuff that has no urgency at all. So it's like,
to them,
it's no urgency. So it could be like, hey, could you take this down real quick? And you'd be like, the thing that once it's down is going to just sit there. Oh. You need that done right this moment, right this very second when I'm in the middle of doing something. That's what you need to do. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, I asked you. So
then they say stuff like, the trash is always full. Can you take it out? You notice, huh? Okay, let me stop. We'll say that for next week. Babs Boxing said, chill. Ain't no time for that, right? For real. Ain't no chill. She did say LOL, but I like what she said.
I'm just saying.
Call It What You Want podcast says, see, all the time. That's crazy. LOL. All of it. Bags Boxing said, yes. Battle of the Sexes, yes. Can't wait.
But Battle Sex is gonna be fun.
Call It What You Want podcast said he not missing that. Y'all just proving our point that you guys are all the same. Bass Boxing, can I join the podcast? Look, we got to figure out how for y'all to come on and join.
We should just throw a Zoom element in here. Let people hop on your Zoom and you can bring them in live and talk.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that, y'all. We're gonna do that. Like you want me to change your oil right now?
Facts.
Why now? No, I want you to write it on your calendar to change my oil once a month. Can y'all do that?
Can you change the light bulb in the closet in the back that I don't even use and ain't been using for 6 months? Could you change that right now? I know you just sat down and you eating and you ain't ate all day, but this light bulb really been bothering me. That's the context of the question though. You leaving that part out like it's an emergency thing. Like, oh no, it's never an emergency. It's always some extra stuff.
Send help. Bads Boxing said depends on the woman, of course, right? Because we got some women out there that they not doing nothing either. Call It What You Want podcast. Nah, keep going, coach. Laughing my ass off. Yes, Zoom. But you said earlier, it's put it on my calendar. Yeah, if y'all prepared, y'all ain't got to get ready, right? We just got to schedule it in y'all schedule. They said not in the closet in the back.
What if it's already on the schedule and we being asked again, but it was the moment on the schedule hasn't come up yet?
Now, that's OCD or something.
Now
if it hasn't come up on the schedule yet.
Responsibility on me.
If it hasn't come up in the schedule yet, yeah, so did y'all have any questions? The last segment is the Q&A. So if you have any questions on anything we discussed today, Canva, content branding, being a station manager, starting a show, if you're in the Dayton, Ohio area, starting a show here, let us know. Let us know if you got any questions, okay?
Yeah.
So let's play. I think this is almost the last clip.
If you got on white Air Force Ones, what's the vibe?
See right here, cool. You feel me?
You cool?
Real player.
Okay.
You feel me? Fireplace.
Yeah. Got your nice little drink, you know.
My boy,
yeah, you know.
I do this all the time.
You feel me? I swear to God.
You know, you vibing on type shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Type shit.
Okay. Now, you got the black Air Force Ones on.
Huh? Black Air Force One?
Yeah.
Boy, don't play with me, boy. What's going on with your twin? Everything straight? You good? Okay, then.
You standing on that?
Oh, business. Big business. On God.
not him over the microphone.
That shit you want to.
See, I remember when the black Air Force One, all the security guards at the mall had the black Air Force One.
For sure.
Because, you know, you need to be something comfortable.
For sure.
Now black Air Force One, the transition, it means something entirely different.
Oh, most definitely. Like, even like if you put it in football, you got white Air Force One players and you got black Air Force One players.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you'll be a black Air Force One player. You's a dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Ray Lewis, black Air Force One.
Shay looking fierce.
White Air Force Ones, football players, you know, I'm gonna say Odell Beckham.
But they say
you know, they saucy.
Yeah.
What's my guy who's used to do the thing? He played for the
Victor
Giants.
Cruz.
Victor Cruz, you know, they white Air Force One, you know, stuff like that. Tyree Hill.
Yeah.
White forces,
right?
You know, like that's the difference.
Y'all wearing white or black forces?
Reference.
Let me know. I'm only wearing white. Do I look like I gang bang?
I'm only wearing white too. I don't think I've had some black forces since like 8th grade. But yeah, I just was recently given a pair of forces, but I don't wear them unless it's summertime. I ain't playing no games with those. Because they call them white girl forces, where they just be beat.
They do be
trash.
wearing those.
They be beat to trash. That's what my kids be calling them. And I don't. Forces are hard to wear for real. Like especially low tops, they're gonna crease.
Yeah.
They're gonna. It's too much responsibility.
I wear them like one time, bro. Maybe twice. They just be wasting my money because they just be. I'm not buying nothing else.
That's why I'm an Air Max fan. I fuck.
Yeah. I like the 270s are fire. Those are my favorite Air Maxes.
They don't crease up on you like that. They'll last you a while till your bubble get all yellow. Then it's over. That's when you got to retire them.
Tragic. I'm just going to say the quote of the day again while we right here. Hard work beats talent when talent's not working hard, okay? So make sure y'all tap in with us. Let's see. Babs Boxing, your habits will change your mindset. Exactly. Call It What You Want podcast, not by the lights. Right. He's so extra. I think we all got to put on black forces at some point. No, I don't know who we is, but I mean, it is Black History Month. Maybe this month we can like.
I think everybody got to put on black.
We might be able to do it this month. I don't know.
I'm gonna stack my flow. Then I'm gonna stack some more. Close shop, then I do my count. Had the rest of the yams at my auntie house. Get fresh and jump in one of them cars. Hit the club and.
Period. So, Young Jeezy, who rock with Young Jeezy in here? Put it in the chat.
I definitely rock with Young Jeezy. That's
Yeah,
like listening
the
to
Snowman.
Jeezy, the Snowman,
Yeah.
brings me back to a great summer. Like it really does. Like I don't know what it is about that album, but it's like listening to it, and I know I listened
Yeah.
to it till like I burnt it out, but at the same time, like that was just a good summer. It takes me back to a good place.
Yeah. Can I tell you guys something? I love Young Jeezy as well. I almost got my black card taken during Black History Month because I was about to say, "Burr." Why would I do that? Oh my gosh.
please don't do
Okay.
that.
I had to be honest with y'all. But Babs Boxing, Call It What You Want podcast, not by the lights. Yeah. Don't know who Jeezy is. Too old. Mama, we know you don't know Young Jeezy. She played too much.
It's all right. We're gonna get you hit. You heard this song though. You did
You
hear
heard
you've
this
heard
song
this
at some point, probably.
sure.
So what's the first line y'all thinking of when y'all think of white chicks? What's the first line, huh? Let us know.
Mine says, "You want to talk about mother?"
You want to talk about mamas.
Who's your favorite character in that movie?
Hold on. Oh, actually, the first thing I think of when the Candy Cleanse hit is "Move Me." That's the line I think of. So, I guess I would have to say, probably Shawn Wayans. Marlon. Marlon's hilarious.
When they was dressed up
Marlon
in the
is
little bodega in the
hilarious.
beginning, that was hilarious.
Bro.
Guantanamera.
Aida Guantanamera.
He is crazy.
Guantanamera. What?
He is
Bro.
crazy.
They said, "Oh, we talking about mamas." Oh, okay.
I'll tell you, that's a good one. But Terry Crews is hilarious too, though.
Oh yeah, he went to my church in Cali. He is hilarious.
He really is. He's
Yeah.
like low key underrated because he's so big. But in anything he's in, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like everybody hates Chris. He was hilarious. He just be hitting.
Yeah, that's 5 cents worth of bread right there. Boy, he had me cracking. I used to watch Everybody Hate Chris. He had me cracking up, bro.
So have you watched Abbott Elementary with the?
No, is he in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
Well,
gotta
not
check it
Terry
out.
Crews, but the dude who plays Chris, and everybody's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. He was looking kind of buff in there.
Everybody like, he look different now. He older. I'm like, he do look different. It's weird.
Yeah, he was skinny for a while, so I think he just got them gains, y'all. Okay.
But there's him and another actor that look alike, and they always confuse him. You ever seen American Gods?
No, but is it the one from the Power Rangers? The blue Power Ranger? Is that who they think he looked like?
No, not him. But have you seen the Book of Clarence?
I think.
If you haven't seen
Oh, wait,
the
no,
Book
that's
of Clarence,
the new one.
yeah,
No.
go see the Book of Clarence. It's pretty good.
I think that's the actor I'm talking about, though. You talking about the one?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there,
that's
right?
not the
Yeah.
same dude. That's not the same dude. But it's funny now because I didn't realize he was the Blue Power Ranger until you just
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
But no, not him.
Oh, not him. Okay, not him.
There's a show called American Gods where they actually stopped the show and they pulled this guy off of the scene.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it to you. so
Okay,
can
you
check
got
it
to
out.
show me.
But it's crazy.
Okay, we got to know, y'all. I'm going to have to post them in my Instagram stories once we figure out who it is. Let's see. So let's check the comments really quick. Call It What You Want podcast, when he did the breastfeeding joke with the baby powder, that was hilarious. Oh, Man America. Never knew that was a real Spanish song. I didn't know that either.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that
He
either. Did you
killed
Google it? That is crazy. Oh man, I'm so weak right now. I love that movie. It's
Ultimate
hilarious.
goal. Yeah. The ultimate goal is to always put your loved ones, your family members, in a position to grow. Yeah. And that's what it's about. Me and
right.
NBA Youngboy speak on a regular, we speak on a daily. Very happy for his career, proud of him. And eventually, he's gonna grow like anybody that's young. When I was young, I visualized and seen things a certain way, but as you get older, you look at things totally different.
I gotta ask him, with NBA Youngboy.
Yes.
You talk daily.
Yes.
Are you impacting him? Like with knowing that, like saying your baby, your grandson, who
Yes.
we done all played with at the
Yes.
crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
How is that dynamic? Because you're so much older and you've been so successful, and he's successful as well. But that's the thing that people want to know. Like, what is y'all relationship like? What's the dynamic between you and him?
We talk about investments and just growth.
Wow.
Buying land. And what's crazy is out here in the world today.
That was good. I would have to say that, like, on the road to success, you always need at least like that one person that can help you. Like, even Myron Golden talks about, he had a man that gave him $4,000 a month until he got to where he was going.
That's a blessing.
That a big blessing.
That's a major blessing. So
Yeah.
I think that you do have to have mentorship. Like,
Yeah.
people sleep on that all the time, especially if you're going to go into entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Get you some mentorship. I think that it's, to me, I always tell business owners, create your own board. Even if you don't necessarily have one, or they don't know that they're a part of your board, start to create a board of of officials where you say, okay, this person's good at this. This person's gonna be like my attorney, knows the law. This person's gonna be my marketing person. This person's gonna know this. So you build this team. The thing about having a team that most people don't realize is they're trying to have a team that works for them, and they want them all to be on the same page and be following their direction. The most successful people that you could have on your team won't be able to function on a team like that. So the best thing you could do is build a team that they don't necessarily even need to know that they are on the same team. They just need to work with you in the capacity you need to work with them. So therefore, this person I meet with on this day, this person, these two people come together on this day. This person, they don't even know about anybody else. But ultimately, the team is working because I'm the connection point between the team, not they're all following my leadership. And personal dynamics sometimes get in the way. Being in television as long as I have, I've been on a lot of teams. I'm telling you, people's personalities clash. So it's easier sometimes to micromanage that by creating channels for communication that don't cross. So that you don't have one person saying one thing, another person saying another thing. Now all parties are confused. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think that's key. Having a mentor is everything.
Especially him. Especially the champ. Like, how much money you think he actually have? Do we even know?
The amount of money that Mayweather makes on one fight is astronomical, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about one fight would list him on the Forbes list.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, and he's done multiple fights, and he's at the point now where he's only fighting to get paid tremendous amounts of money. I think that there's really money in that. But I think that if you had a mentor, and that's the other side of it, if you did have a mentor, let's say you're on NBA Youngboy side of it, what do you talk to that person about?
Yeah.
Right? Are you going to sit there and shoot the shit with them and ask about this, that, or the other? Or are you going to take the time that is very limited, I would expect with somebody like him, and use that to ask him the questions that will really benefit you or get you to that next level? And even if it is just connecting you to resources, because that's the main thing. An acknowledgement or endorsement from the right person goes a long way.
That's facts.
A long
Floyd,
way.
come adopt me too.
Right. Because I mean, think about it. If Floyd hops on there today and says, Coach Ablazer is handling all my brand and stuff, this is the person you need to talk to, he ain't got to do shit else for you.
Yeah.
We talked about Usher performing at the Super Bowl and not getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, why is that? Because Usher got a concert he about to do.
Got a concert.
The tickets are being sold at whatever he getting per ticket. So the difference was, what did he get out of it besides the check? And that's where I think that should have been probably the quote today. What are you getting out of it besides the check? Because
what are you getting?
Most of us are limited. We're stuck on the one thing.
Yeah. So look, we're gonna have to save that quote for the future. But the quote of today from our guest, Kobe Ross: hard week. Well, I'll hard week. Much. Don't roast me, y'all. Don't roast me, y'all, please.
We just get started.
Hard work beats talent when talent's not working. Okay, I'll be talking too fast. I gotta slow it down, y'all. But do you have anything else for the viewers before we go?
I don't have anything else in particular for the viewers. I would say keep my family in prayers. We had some medical issues going on where my wife had like a little mini stroke, so she's dealing with that and she's recovering. So definitely keep her in your prayers. But outside of that, I mean, for anybody who's out here really looking to chase a dream, know that it's not going to be easy. It's going to be worth it, and also know that you got to find the right people. I mean, if you're tuning into this podcast and you're watching what Coach Ablaza does, you guys have no idea because you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg compared to everything else that she does. Like the very tip, like you look like an ice cube sticking out of the ocean.
Tippity tip.
So I say that to say, like, it's not easy, and I hope that you guys would align yourself with people like her who are in a position where they've been on this journey, they've been on this pathway, and maybe they're not at the destination. Really, there is no destination, but maybe they're a little further along. And I always tell people, like, look, I'm a little further along. So if we're going on a road trip and we both are going to Atlanta and I'm 6 miles ahead of you, I can tell you there's a pothole, there's an accident, there's a cop, there's this, there's that. Watch out for that. I may not be all the way there yet, and therefore don't judge some of the mentorship that you can get based off of how far someone has made it. Because you don't know where they started from, and you don't know necessarily really where they might even be going. So know the people that you trust and trust the people that you know.
Bars. Okay. Like he said, you don't know where they been. You don't know nothing. I could be on level 10. Y'all can be on level 1. Okay. So tap in with me. And just want y'all to know that you can, you will, and you must be demanding. You can because you're capable. You will because you're strong. And you must because they counting on you. So who is counting on you to have more in 24? Who is counting on you to change your life? I'm counting on me for financial freedom. My kids are counting on me to lead by example. It's not always what's taught. It's what's caught. My family, my community, my pretty girls are counting on me for generational health, wealth, and mindset. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, the Pretty Girls Don't Work podcast. Peace.